Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the Weekly Comic Book Roundup. We are about halfway through the Marvel Haul, so let's keep on going with Ultimate X-Men number 11. Where we left off, Natsu had not returned by her friends after accidentally killing her mother, and the children of the Atom were becoming a bit more of a potential threat, at least. So the issue opens with Mori and Nico checking up on Natsu. That hasn't been seen for a while, but Nico is able to turn her staff into a key and get it and basically unlock the door of Natsu's home. And seems like no one's there. But on Natsu's door, there are a couple burn marks, which which Mori thinks could have been from Natsu. Mori wondering what could have happened. Then Hisako and Mei are talking at temple in the mountain behind the middle school they go attend, and it seems May Storm is been talking to has also been talking to some kids from the Children of the Atom. Then Kenon shows up at Hisako's home, wanted to challenge see the armor girl for herself. Kenon continually calls Hisako Armor Girl, which she doesn't like, and they spar, with Kenon making a basically a psychic projection of a baseball bat with nails, studded by nails. And it seems that is at least somewhat able to break through Hisako's armor. But also, the Shadow is present briefly before the sparring session. And apparently, 4 months previously, Kenon had bumped into Hisako at school in the gym and overheard her and Maelstrom talking. Apparently, at that point in time, Hisako kind of was of the opinion that her powers was kind of getting in the way. Kanon points out that she was the one that discovered the meat case. And she taunts Hisako, saying, asking if Hisako's scared that she could be in the next one. And Kanon says that whatever happens, life is a game. Life is just a game, and she'll keep playing until the end. But then focuses on Shinobu, Shadow King. He it kind of seems like he's life's more dilapidated for him, but Maystorm talks with some of the children of the Atom, all of them wearing masks. Apparently, there's also a news report about that comes on about the rebel fighter known as Storm, proving a crucial ally for Wakanda in the war with Khonshu and Ra. But Shadow King's shadow form is able to enter through the television, and Maelstrom stands her ground, basically causing the rest to do so as well. Maelstrom's asked if Shadow King's an enemy, and she says that she thought he was, but he's just a victim like the rest of them. Shadow King talks to them and basically tries to basically, he's basically negging her. But the issue ends with Shadow King pointing out that he knows that Maelstrom is his neighbor. The plot thickens. It is nice to get finally get acknowledgement of the greater Ultimate Universe, the Ultimate X-Men. Finally, there have been little hints about the Maker. I think even mentions of the Maker, and Viper showed up in the 1 year in one shot, but there hasn't. The news report largely about Storm was kind of okay, yeah, we're getting a little bit more of the larger universe. Moving on though to our last book for the moment, we've got Ultimates number 9. So this issue, where we left off, the Ultimates had been delivered a pretty brutal defeat, and Iron Lad was potentially dead. And the team has seemed a little rudderless since then. So the issue opens February 2005 at Seagate Penitentiary. Carl Lucas is being has been convicted of a crime. No one says what it is. He's been sentenced to 1 year to life. $20 later, at Gordium Correctional Facility, Lucas is transferred into, and it seems that AIM runs the prison industrial complex. Then flashback to February 2006 at Seagate. Cage, Carl Lucas is working out and getting bigger. In February 2025, he meets at Gordium. He meets another inmate by the name of Danny Rand. Danny asks if Luke did some time in Seagate, but Luke says he's done time everywhere. We get another flashback to Seagate. Luke is taking advantage of the prison library, but there are also beatings. And apparently the Gordium, or the Midas prison company basically uses inmates as forced labor. And apparently Luke Cage is talking to the other inmates, telling them what whatever he's really about. And the whole thing is that slavery, imprisonment. People say it's about justice, there's a law, but it's not about any of that. It's about power, man. We continue to get flashbacks at Seagate. Luke was excuse me, was continually beaten. And at Gordium, an inmate is beaten and then dumped by the guards. Like I said, their uniforms look very similar to AIM beekeeper suits. But the inmate is dumped off and then helped up by Carl Lucas. In January of 2024, the orb arrived for Carl, and gave him, basically got the recording of Iron Lad and his powers, super strength and vulnerability. But in February 2025, Carl attempted an escape attempt at the Gordon facility, and explain one of the guards explains that cases like this, attempted escapes, failed riots, it's strict Midas policy to use lethal force to discourage recidivism. The guard says that he wouldn't be doing his job if he didn't fill it with holes. And he's so the guard said that he's ashamed to admit it, but he loves his job. And of course, he's shot at, but doesn't do anything to him. After he's shot, he simply says that they're taking over. And apparently, why he's not in C8 is that after he got his powers, there was a riot, and which he was a part of. And his rallying cry is "all power to the people." But after around the time that Luke was apparently at Seagate, Luke took it over. Ironlad visited him when after he had done so, and he declines he declines to join the Ultimates because with all he's endured and all he knows, he can't get free until everybody's free. And apparently he's been going to prisons and basically taking over. And that is where the issue ends. I like this take on Luke Cage. The original Ultimate Universe really by the time I stopped reading the first Ultimates books, they weren't really doing anything with they really fumbled the ball with Luke Cage. I remember he was a member of the Defenders that Giant Man briefly joined in Ultimates 2, but I don't think, to my knowledge, I don't know if he ever popped back up after that. But this was really good. I like the idea of Luke Cage as being kind of as being somewhat of a revolutionary, and also, the fact that he understands. They opted to go with having Luke understand, class war from the get-go. I mean, it's not like 616 Luke Cage understanding of class dynamics and whatnot, but it from the get-go it took it took some time to get him to a point where at least he could writers could utilize him to expand to as a means of discussing well, class. Bigotry was always major a major thing with major theme with Luke Cage. But yeah, I like what the way the route they're going with Ultimate Luke Cage, this version of Ultimate Luke Cage. But anyways, that's gonna do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Twitter, Patreon, PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.